unique ones on their own right and continue that tradition and support our troops and support their families and our great nation. It's just the right thing to do. Thank you.
Thank you for your service. We appreciate that. 3M, designated a yellow ribbon company by the governor of Minnesota, created the Military Support Network to provide comprehensive support to their military personnel and their families. That program is so effective that 3M has actually gone out and mentored 2 other companies in creating their internal military support programs. Accepting the award for 3M, Ian Hardgrove, Senior Vice President of Marketing and Sales. Ameren Corporation's Ameren, Missouri, has been a strong military supporter since 1919. Which war was that? That was after World War I? Teaming up with the governor's Show Me Heroes program to hire veterans, nearly 600 current employees have served in the military. Service member employees receive top-notch support from care packages to reintegration programs and special job training and education opportunities. Thomas Voss, President and Chief Executive Officer, is here to accept their award. That's a long run. Keep it going, bro. Csx Transportation, the first employer to receive this award, actually twice, for their continued remarkable support. With a workforce comprised of 22% veterans or currently serving members of the Guard and Reserve, CSX participated in 245 veteran and military job fairs last year. Accepting the award for CSX is Michael Ward, President and Chief Executive Officer. Now, you have really got to give it up for this next company because they didn't get just one nomination. They got 6 nominations for this award tonight. The Ford Motor Company. The Ford Veterans Network Group looks after the families of service members, while 11 tons of care packages brought reminders of home to deployed employees overseas. And you know about that, too. Boxes of coloring books and stuffed animals shipped off to a Ford service member for Iraqi children that he met on patrol. I tell you, that's amazing. Accepting the award for the Ford Motor Company is Executive Vice President, Chairman, and CEO of Ford Motor Credit Company and Executive Champion of Ford Veterans Network Group, Michael Bannister. And I can also say he's a great guy to have dinner next to. Quest Communications. Now, CenturyLink Incorporated provides calling cards to families of wounded service members, and they also sent off care packages for a deployed employee's entire unit. An active member of the employer partnership of the Armed Forces, Quest created their own ombudsman program for service members, the People Care Team, as it's known there. So would you please welcome CenturyLink Chief Executive Officer Glenn Post, who's also president of the company, to accept the award. Way to go. Nice. State Employees Credit Union. They provide no surcharge ATM access for all North Carolina National Guard and Reserve members. They've sent more than 5,000 care packages to deployed service members. They support military scholarship programs, and they assist families through their People Helping People program. Would you please welcome Chairman Jim Barber. The Principal Financial Group has ESGR statement of support programs in place in 45 facilities across the nation. Adopting the entire unit of a deployed employee, Principal Financial Group also takes wonderful care of the families that they left behind, and they meet special needs with their Share and Care program. Would you please welcome Larry Zimpelman, President and Chief Executive Officer, to accept their award. Wells Fargo and Company. Wells Fargo has programs to stay in close touch with their deployed service members, and they also have a 24/7 employee assistance program in place to provide whatever support returning employees need. They provide resources for career enhancement, which is another way that Wells Fargo supports valued military employees. And here to accept the award for Wells Fargo is Senior Executive Vice President and Chief Administrative Officer Pat Callahan. I see Pat brought her own fan club here with her tonight, isn't it? Now, thanks, guy. You got it. Now, time to welcome our final speaker tonight. State Employees Credit Unions and a U.S. Air Force Reserve Master Sergeant, Jamie Applequist, here to speak on behalf of all of the nominators who alerted us to the wonderful work being done by those companies that we honor tonight. Jamie?
Thank you. It's a great honor tonight to speak on behalf of all the nominators. I've been in the Air Force 20 years, it's safe to say, for the Reserve and the Guard. Things have changed in the military. We can't do it alone. It takes a total team effort. And tonight we have three parts of that team with us. Employers, organizations like the ESGR, and last but not least, family. At State Employees Credit Union, we try to live by the motto, people helping people and do the right thing. Tonight, I'm honored to have two of my fellow colleagues here. Kathy Green, a single mother, deployed a couple years ago. A couple months before her children came home, her manager, Elizabeth Fair, went above and beyond and helped out with the children, took them to school, even got them to surprise their mother when she was coming home after a long deployment. And for all of us in the military, the reserves, when you come home, there's no better feeling to walk off that bus and see your family. And likewise for the children to see their mom that had been gone for such a long time. I'd like to thank our board for doing the right thing for our service members, not only just at the credit union, but those in our state. Thank my boss, Mr. Hall, and my fellow colleagues with me here tonight. ESGR, I think you guys are probably one of the most powerful weapons we have in the reserves today. I thank you for everything you do. You've brought the best of the best employers all together here tonight. It's just such an awesome experience for me. As I approach retirement, I'll never forget this. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for setting the example for others to follow. Last but certainly not least, family members. These are our true unsung heroes. For those not associated with the military, they can't understand the sacrifices that they do. What we do when we deploy is sometimes the easiest part of that. I'm lucky to have my wife, Michelle, with me tonight. I could not have made it through my 20-year career without the support of her, my children, and my family. Thank you to all family members for what you do. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you very much. God bless.
God bless you. My man. Master Sergeant Applequist, that's a great point. I'm going to divert for a second here, but can we all please give a round of applause to the families who have been so steadfast? Something that my mother has said to me for years and years and years is that you really are only as good as the people you came from. And you are serving this nation, and you're being supported by people who gave you to us. God bless all of you. Thank you so much for that. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a round of applause for all of our nominators and the recipients tonight of the 2011 Secretary of Defense Employer Support Freedom Award. We want to congratulate each of you on the honor that you've received tonight, and also thank you from the deepest part of our hearts for your service to our nation, the sacrifices of our service members and their employers and their families. Truly are remarkable and humbling. Your contributions bring life to the ESGR credo, all serve. We all serve. Thank you again for allowing me to join you tonight. And as I said, I have to go back to work, so I have to see which one of you I'm going to pick to put on the news at 11 o'clock tonight. So thank you for coming out. Thank you for supporting our Guard and Reserve, and thank you for supporting ESGR. Good night and God bless.
Please welcome Employer Support of the Guard and Reserve Executive Director, Mr. Ron Young.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Leon Harris one more round of applause, please. You know, before we conclude here and I give you your safety brief, we've got one more thing to do here. I'd like for you to please join me in welcoming Ginny Mcginnis to the stage in a tribute to the historic role of the citizen warrior. Miss Mcginnis will sing a Civil War medley followed by America the Beautiful.
The cruel war is raging from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful for patriot dream that sees beyond the years. Thine alabaster cities gleam, undimmed by human tears. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Thank you, Jenny, so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm fortunate to represent a great organization, ESGR. But it's the 4,700 volunteers out there across the country that serve the men and women in uniform and work with the employers. It's also an event like this is not Ron Young, and everybody in here knows it. Every leader knows that it's your staff and those folks that help put it together. So please, give my staff a round of applause for tonight. To each of this year's recipients and all the past recipients with us tonight, we salute you. We thank you for what you are doing for our nation. When you support our Guard and Reserve members and their families, you serve too, and we are grateful. You recognize the value service members bring to your workplace and are shining examples of patriotism in action. Together, we all serve. Thank you for being here tonight, for joining us this evening. Be well, be safe, and God bless America. Have a great evening.